Hello, everybody. Corey here. Hope everybody had a great day. And just to let you know, I noticed when I was doing the Ulti video roundup, I have YieldMax spelled wrong on here, or there's a typo, but I guess I'll have to fix that another time. For those of you that are new, just to let you know, I obtain data, make it readable, and present the data to everyday people like me. I provide facts so that those that watch can use this information in addition with their research and knowledge of the funds to make their own decisions. I do not provide personal investment advice, and I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. I am an amateur investor. All information found here, including any ideas, opinions, views, predictions, forecasts, commentary, suggestions, or stocks, expressed or implied herein are for informational, entertainment, or educational purposes only and should not be construed as personal investment advice. While the information provided is believed to be accurate, it may include errors or inaccuracies. Conduct your own due diligence or consult a licensed financial advisor or broker before making any and all investment decisions. Any investments, trades, speculations, or decisions made on the basis of any information found in my videos expressed or implied herein are committed at your own risk, financial or otherwise. Just a reminder that YieldMax does list all their risk information on their website and their prospectuses. So before investing, carefully consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. This information, along with other details, is available in the prospectuses. Please read the prospectuses carefully before making any investments. Investments involve risk. Principal loss is possible. You can pause the video if you would like to read this here and now, or you can find it on their website. But they go through and have the underlying security risk, the derivatives risk, distribution risk, NAV erosion risk due to distributions, call writing strategy risk, single issuer risk, high portfolio turnover risk, new fund risk, liquidity risk, and non-diversification risk. So if you did not know, these are risky. And let's go to our daily tab here. So we can see here the trades that were, sorry about that. I remember now, yesterday made one of the columns. Okay, well, I can't fix it. There we go. So we have the trades here for the short call. Well, we only have two here as far as two ETFs, AIYY and ZOMO. So the short call premium received for AIYY was 5,700. Synthetic was 32,000 with a total of 37,000. Sorry, I missed Coney here. So Coney shows here. Oh, never mind. This is not right because I copied and pasted the data before I changed things. So let me just take you to it real quick. The Coney trades. Well, I guess it is right. So they only... I'm on the right tab. I am. So the raw data is there. All right. So is that 690? I'm sorry. I may have to start this video over. Let's see. 690. Well, that's interesting. So they added, this tells me there's a typo on the trades, or a missing line. So if you look here, if we add up all the short calls, it's 17,000. Well, the shares, and this is today's holding, the synthetics is, I think it might have said 16. If I did, I'm sorry, I meant 17,000. But if you look at the synthetics, it's 17,690, and that's because we show on the trades that they added to that synthetic for 690, but we do not show that they actually added to the position itself. And so this is the raw data on the right hand side. So I was looking to make sure that maybe I deleted a formula for that line or something. But let's just go look at this trades and make sure it wasn't updated since. Yeah. So these are still formulas. So this is showing that the website still only shows the two. All right. Well, I guess we'll see if they show up on the trades tab tomorrow, and maybe they just added to the synthetic and we're going to hold out a day to add to the actual short call, or what. I don't know. We will have to wait and see. In the meantime, what do I want to do? I'll bring this up later. Just a reminder that that's different. I apologize for having to look at that, but I wanted to make sure this data was right, and it may be. It's what's on the trades tab. So I'm not sure if they actually did a short call or not, but it's not on the trades for today. So I apologize for the detour there, but then we go down to Zomo here. They received $4,000 for the short call premium, and that's also their net trade, $16,000 for the synthetic, for a total of $20,000 a day. And then you can see the Ulti numbers below. Excuse me. I do believe that was correct. I'm sorry. So I do still pull the trades on stuff on here, but I don't actually manipulate the data here because it's on a separate tab. But these should be right. But just to be, if you want to see for sure, check out the other video for Ulti. All right. So here's the net assets and the outstanding shares if you would like to see that here. And then here's the data for today's trades, the NAV, and the difference if you want to see those here for YMAG and YMAX. And Ulti at the bottom, just know those are adjusted for the payout for the distributions. So that's why those look different. And then we will move on. Apparently, I do not have these open. So if we look at the YieldMax ETFs here, AIYY went down another 15 cents today. AMD went up 37, AMZ down 4, Aptly down 34, Coney down 60 cents, Dizzo up 18, Phoebe up 8, GUI down 5, JPMO down 22, Murni up 5, MSFO up 2, Misty down $2.06. In Nefli up 24, NVD up 47, OARC down 17, PayPay down 38, Squeeb down 10, Tesla down 35, and Zomo down 13. YMAG was down 9 cents, YMAX down 8 cents, while Ulti, of all things, was actually up 16 cents today. It's only because two of its underlying was actually bringing it up. If we look at percentage-wise for these, obviously Misty was down 6% and Coney down 3%. So all Bitcoin-related stuff is going down into the halving. So it's possibly going to get worse. Who knows? As far as the biggest winner there for the YieldMax ETFs, we have two at 2%, NVIDIA and AMD, and then a few at 1%, Dizzo, Nefli, and Ulti. All right, if we look at the underline here, today we can actually see all the IVs with the distribution estimate of the IV if you would like. And then I'm going to hide this just so we can see the differences here. As far as just looking at the underlying, the biggest one, of course, MicroStrategy, -6%, then Tesla, -3%. Then we have the positives, biggest, they were 2%, NVIDIA, Netflix, and AMD, and everything else is in the middle. Now, if we compare the YieldMax ETF and the underlying, look at the differences there. Basically, everything in column Z was 0%, with the exception of PayPay and PayPal. PayPal was down some, but PayPay was down more at -2%. And then to show you here on the bottom, we had the S&P was down 0.21%, and it shows the NASDAQ was barely positive at 0.04%. 13 of the YieldMax ETFs did better than the underlying today. And then there's not really much to go over here as far as the declaration, days to recovery, which we can't see because we made that smaller. And I don't know what we could even name this, and unless I just put DR or something like that to make it smaller, so it doesn't have so many words, so it'll fit on the screen well. But as you can see now, everything is underneath its last distribution amount, with the exception of three here, and that's Murney, GUI, and AMZ. And the only one left that's still fully recovered is Murney. You can see it's recovered by 17%. GUI is only up, it's recovered 6 cents or 19% of the distribution now. And Appley is actually negative 20% now. And AMZ, which has not recovered officially from its distribution, is still showing up a little bit, which is 15% there. And then looking down here at the bottom, you can see YMAG was fully recovered also at 20. That should be, when I state 20 trading days, it should be, which was just like 3 days ago. Or a 24th day, so I guess it would be 4 days ago. You can see it's still recovered a tiny bit, but it's not fully recovered like it was. And then, of course, you can see these other two aren't recovered. YMAX is actually 90% more down than the last dividend, while Alti was -181. So not really a lot to go there. No great news there. And then if we just looked, nobody's asked. I know I've mentioned it several times, but I think I'm going to start including this, even though there's nothing over right now. These are the max strike prices for the short calls. And then this is just to give you a little screenshot. Let me just zoom in so you can see it better now. Where we stand as far as those. It's not often that we're so far out here, of course, with the market keep going down. Obviously, these dollar amounts and percentages will just keep going up. Now, once the market starts going green, they'll start coming back down and it'll look a little bit closer. But we do want the stock price to be under the short call strike price. If we were looking at synthetics, we would want it to be above it. But in this case, these are short calls. I should update the header on this one. But this is just to give you a quick screenshot. Even though I know y'all don't watch the holdings and stuff, so you probably don't care about the strike prices, but sometimes you really need to care and you need to see that they are over the strike prices for their short calls. But anyway, I guess the other thing would be here would be here if you wanted to see this, if you don't already have your own created. You can see here, these are the intraday trades today for the YieldMax ETFs. Now there's not really these are a little harder than like the regular market Alti to see what was happening with the market today. You can see some of these started down low and went up. We got Nvidia and AMD and Netflix. Of course, Netflix they have earnings this week too. But it was a pretty choppy day, and that could be why that most of these were just chopping around versus going anywhere in particular, right, up or down. But anyway, that will be it for today, and I will let y'all go. Thank you. Bye.